knitters, how are you? Welcome back. I don't know what number tutorial this is. 2. I think that today you have finished your cuff and we will be starting on the heel flap. So I hope that the cuff went well. On your cuff, if you followed my directions, you will have a little place here that will need to be sewed up eventually. That's my 2 rows that I leave, and then I use this to pull it all together. Just the way I do it, you certainly didn't need to do it that way. You know, following the pattern is a great way to do the first ones. I just wanted you to know that that's a different option once you become more proficient, okay? So let's get on to the leg and then the heel flap. Let's do it. Welcome back again. We are going to start. We have finished the cuff. Knit 12 rounds in knit 2, purl 2. I, on the other hand, did knit 1, purl 1. That's something that you can decide on as you get more proficient in knitting socks. And I have done the knit 1 round. Okay, leg. Since these are shorties, there is no leg. And if you desire a longer sock, knit until the desired length. I always knit about 4 or 5 rows, depending on what my personal preference is that at that particular moment. There's no rhyme or reason. So I am going to knit 4 more rows on this, so that I'll have a little bit of stockinette that will be sticking up and make my heel cuff longer, if that makes sense. Then I will start working the cuff. So I'll see you back after I've knit those 4 rows. Now we're going to start the heel flap. This is where we are right now, and what we're going to knit now is this. So in your instructions, you're going to be only working on one side back and forth, and that will become your heel flap. And it will look like you have a long piece of knitting, and on the other side it will just look like this. But on the sock, I wanted to identify, we've already knit this, and if you have added a few rows, you've knit that. And now we're going to you're going to knit the heel flap. So what you will be seeing when you knit is this part, and now this will be the part that you will be knitting. I put a marker so that I know that this is the side that I'm going to be putting my heel flap on. Now the directions say to purl 1, to slip 1, purlwise with the yarn in front. And then you're going to purl whatever the number is for the size that you're using. Okay, mine would be 31. So that row has been purled. Now you're going to turn it around. This is the only side you're going to work on. This is this heel flap. This is what we're working on. This part right here. Then you're going to slip the first one, and the yarn will be in the back. Then you knit one, slip one, 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 knit one, slip, knit, slip, slip, knit, 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 slip, knit. That's your first obvious slip row. Again, this is where we're working at the very top of this heel flap. Right here. You're going to turn your work. And you're going to continue this slip one and purl all the way across for every purl row. So that all those slip stitches will now be purled on this wrong side. So we'll purl across this row, and we'll do one more of the right side, and then you can continue on your own with the heel flap. See how I'm picking up those slip stitches and purling them, so they will be woven into your sock and it won't turn into mosaic knitting. All right, did I just drop something? No, felt like I dropped something. Yes, purling is slower. But it really is only for the heel flap and the heel turn. And then you'll be back on track with just knitting. All right, so now you're 3 rows in, and you can't really see much at this point of that pattern with the slip stitch. I don't know how well you can see it with this yarn, but it's a slip all the way down, and then it's definitely knit in between. So when people talk about a heel flap, this the slip stitch heel flap, this is what they're referring to. So let's do the next heel, the next knit row. So you're going to slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, knit. Now, this is where you should start to see a little bit of the pattern. That was a knit, slip, what happened here? Slip, knit, 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 slip. Do as I say, not as I do. Slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, and end on knit. All right. There's something that I need to go back and fix down here. It looks like I've split the yarn there. Hoping that you can see that there's a pattern emerging. Like every other stitch is a little bit higher. If you're doing it right, you should be able to see that start to emerge on the second knit row, and definitely by the 6th. Okay? You're going to continue to do this however many your sock size tells you to do. My sock tells me to do this 15 times, so that's 30 total rows. Okay? So I'm hoping you can see this. Just remember to slip that first stitch on each row. And on the purl side, you're going to purl all the way through. The knit, it's going to slip knit, slip knit, slip knit, all the way through, ending with your knit stitch. Thanks, and I'll see you when we're finished with the heel flap. See ya.